Welcome to Cicada 3301, an organization that isn't afraid to speak the truth to help the human race. The human race has not evolved enough to understand what life is all about. We would like to teach you just the very basics of how to survive. In the beginning, when you began to grow as a race, using the United States as an example, all it took was one person to spoil it for the rest. When that happened, Congress was then formed because you specifically felt that we needed someone in control to make the proper decisions. Over time you began to become dependent on Congress to make the decisions. In the beginning, you thought it was a good decision to control. For trust you created currency. A way to trade and keep the peace. You are so dependent on it you can see no other way of life. The people you elected to take charge knew this. And since your race isn't evolved enough, greed set in. So now money in your life is nothing more than a control device. With your race or the human race it shows power, it shows how creative you are, and you are not respected or deserving if you don't have anything. For the most part power and money really only means how stupid you are to the ones who don't have it. We would like to inform you now that the world is off the gold standard and money is really worthless. To prove our point, the amount of gold that you have discovered, 171,300 tons. Which has a value of a little over $3 trillion. Your forex market, a form of trading, has an average daily total of trades of almost $6 trillion. You can clearly see that there is not enough precious metals to cover your spending. A simple way to fix the situation is to be open and honest to everyone that this is the case. If you do this you will become more respected. If you still wish to remain on the money system, why not do this? You could issue everyone a debit card. Give them $10,000 per month, then price everything accordingly. You can still manipulate and control people on this system, and there will always be people with more or less than you. However, it will allow the world to be on a more equal level with everyone else. This system should promote the proper jobs. You will be able to educate those who wish to be educated, and you could spend more time learning how to prevent starvation and disease. However, we are confident that your race won't comply with this or even remotely understand this. To show how corrupt the United States is, we will show how they don't understand that they are being deceived. Nations like Iran are showing hateful emotions, but what they don't realize is if they just sit back and wait, the United States will end up destroying themselves. You can see this taking place with how well they are handling your latest virus. Congress is exploiting the virus to stay in power, and people are believing in it because they trust them and need the control. Yes, the virus is dangerous, however the minute numbers doesn't encourage quarantine that people are not obeying anyway. If Congress really would care about the disease and it's as dangerous as they pretend, they would be taking care of people better. However, they are still delaying and bickering about how much they should give when they don't really have anything to give in the first place. They are just trying to convince you that money still exists so they can keep control and power. If they really cared about you, they would not allow smoking or drinking, and they would be trying to inform you about diseases like cancer, which is caused by smoking. Then quarantine you till everyone is cured of that disease. We hope that the human race has now evolved so they don't need the control devices that we have been discussing today. However, we understand that greed has set in and is a worse disease than you are fighting now. The truth will set in when your quarantine is lifted, and hopefully you will finally see the truth. This message was brought to you by Cicada 3301, the most powerful organization in the universe. Thank you and have a wonderful day.